G'day, omdevaji, Mandia. What on earth is Kundalini? You can buy that on Amazon, a 4-book series. This video is about divinity. Not so much some Godhead thing. That part of life that's bigger than everything. Not the part of yogic philosophy that talks about pure awareness. It's not that. It's about when a person gets down to the very intricacies of the fabric of life that actually manifests as experiences. It's amazing that like attracts like. I've done a video on dysfunctionalities, and like attracts like also sits in the category of your dysfunctionality and your partner's dysfunctionality and how they can come together perfectly. Like, for instance, I have in a program running around rejection, and I'm with someone that shuts down but doesn't reject me, but I take it as rejection. So I've come to realize how she feels is not how she feels about me. She runs her own patterns, but the like attracts like in regards to that. And sometimes healthy patterns are complemented in relationships, and sometimes unhealthy patterns are met. But like attracts like. And at the core of your being, then there's a funny thing that happens where you attract experiences into your life that replay both healthy and unhealthy programs. It's like unconscious and conscious programs. You know, I'm watching a TV show at the moment called Married at First Sight. People go, what are you watching reality TV, commercial TV for? And the insight that I can gain from watching 10 couples that have been matched through paper and then come together and express their neuroses on a subconscious level predominantly, then sometimes it's better than going to a counsellor. Like, there's a guy on there that says he's got rejection issues. So he doesn't cope well with rejection. And then I saw the experience of him being rejected and how much total mind manipulation he experiences of himself to implant thoughts upon a situation that's not even accurate, so he can actually feel rejected. And then once he goes into the tailspin of rejection and he hits the plummets to the earth, or whatever you want to call it, plummets to the wound, then he goes into withdrawal.
Dad, what a message.
So I have this rejection thing where I go into collapse and withdrawal. So I'm learning from that. There's another man on there that has insecurities. So I know that I've got and have experienced insecurities in the past. I also know that I've looked into it deep enough to realise that the insecurities are layered upon something of not being enough. So when I feel like I'm enough, I feel secure. So I watch the dynamic play out. His partner is not doing anything to enhance his insecurities. But the show's designed about the interplay of interrelational dynamics, and I'm learning a lot about my own unconscious patterns that manifest in the dynamic of a relationship so they can be exposed. But in that, I need to take a grandstand seat and not think that I'm the player on the field. But I've done a video on that too, the grandstand seat, or the grandstand perspective, how it's objective rather than subjective. But I need to stand back and sit back and use that part of yoga that they call the drashta, which is the witness, to be able to comprehend what I'm unconscious of and what I'm conscious of. So the intricate nature of these vibrations that manifest as real physical experiences, I need to watch, and if I introspect around them, then I can see that there's a whole lot of causation coming from my being rather than sitting there blaming the other person. If I can take responsibility for the manifestation and experiences that I create, then I'm in a lot better poised to be able to maintain and manage a calm, steady experience which is not adrenalized and stress-free, equanimous in nature, but also reprogramming my nervous system in a way that it creates healthier patterns from a more aware perspective rather than a subconscious, unaware perspective. There you go. Relational dynamics at the core of the being and how they manifest. Sheshnag.com, Kundalini Counsellor. The best place for Gyan Yoga. The yoga of intuitive knowledge. Share the world. Om Namah Shivaya.